welcome to Seeing Through Glass, and welcome to day 3 of the Tartan Florio. There's a massive wasp. Bumblebee, I'm out of here. Okie, so yes, today we are finally taking some pretty serious parts of the North Coast 500. If you don't know, the North Coast 500 is a epic driving route around the north coast of Scotland. Paul Wallace did it recently in his M3. Evo used it for their car of the year in 2016, and I've been desperate to come up and do it. So far we haven't really done any on this Tartan Florio trip, but today we will be doing it, kind of counterclockwise, but anyway. I'm lined up behind Tony. There's a lot of bugs in here. What's going on with all the bugs today? Ah! Get out, you foul creatures! After a morning hoon, it's time for fuel. Two things that are becoming very regular on this trip. Absolute mental driving straight out of the hotel and petrol stops. I'm currently reading 17% fuel on the McLaren, which isn't that much. Statement right now and say that I honestly feel like Tony and my cars could be the best cars for this trip. Obviously there are some amazing supercars in this convoy, from event stores to F12s to Hurricanes, and all of them have their massive plus points, but every time we've gone out, Tony and I have been freaking on it like nutters, and therefore we've kind of been chasing all different types of cars and had cars chasing us, and we've both said that we feel the happiest in our car. Neither of us go, oh, I wish I was in that. So I think at lunch I might ask some of the other members who are willing to be on video if they have lusted after any other car. It might not be the McLaren, I'm kind of hoping it is, because then my biased statement will become true. But I just find that quite interesting, that on a trip with such amazing cars and a whole lot of Ferraris, I'm very content in my own car. We have made it to our very quaint and picturesque lunch stop for the day, and I have to say, for me, today has been 100% the best driving day of the tour so far, and it is days like these, like the ones that I have in Monaco, that remind me just why I bought that 540C. In London, I was sort of around town on a daily basis. It's not always the best car, you know. You don't know where to park it, you're worried about curbing alloys, everywhere you go people look at you, all of these different things. But the minute you're actually driving it, like properly driving it, I really struggle to think of a better car. And you know, God knows what I'd replace it with. Anyway, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, my plan is now to see whether other people on this tour agree, or at least what their thoughts are, because there are some incredible cars here, but I want to know which car everyone would choose that is not their own. What you're driving and the one car that you would choose to drive instead?
So today I am driving one of our support cars, which is a Lotus Exige. It's not an Elise, as people keep calling it. If I could drive one of the cars on this tour that wasn't mine, it probably would be the 488 Spider.
I'm in Aventador today, and if I had a choice, I'd be in the F12.
I'm in the Hurricane today, and if I had a choice, I would go for a Performante.
Another car on this tour.
Another car in this tour will be 488 Ferrari.
Okay, I'm in a 488 GTB, and if I was going to be in another car, it'd be a 488 Spider.
Driving a 458 Spider, and I'd probably choose an Aventador.
So I'm driving a Lamborghini Huracan Spider, and the other car I would drive would be Aventador.
Hello, I'm Tony. I'm driving 570S, and if I could pick any other car, it would be 488 Spider.
Well, that backfired slightly, didn't it? Tony and I have been talking the last 2 days. I was like, we've got best cars on this trip. McLaren's the best cars on this trip, so good. And that's true, I think, in our minds, but we have also been lusting after 488s.
It's the car, then.
And I feel like everyone's lusting after 488s. I don't know what's happened. Like, for some reason, everyone on this tour now really wants a 488. And even the 488 people that guy with the 488 coupe wanted a 488 Spider. So whilst we're extremely happy with our cars, I think it says something about the fact that McLaren still aren't that desirable.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's the Ferrari badge.
They're good though, I promise.
Yeah, they are sick.
Maybe we need Ferraris.
As well.
I'm not as rich as you, Tony.
You're a YouTuber.
I do not have YouTube money. Right, lunch stop over, and whilst apparently these McLarens aren't the most popular cars on the tour, I don't really care because I get to drive one and I know just how good they are. And between the car, the Larini GT1 exhaust system, and the fact that this man Tony is also here, it's just such an awesome experience. However, I do fancy a 488 one day. Right, let's do it, let's do it. Come on. This did this.
Told you not to stay behind.
Perfect timing as we arrive into Inverness, our stopover tonight. It started raining. It's been a beautiful day today. We've had pretty much overcast conditions the whole time. We even got some sun at one stage, and now we are here. It is raining, so we've had the help of the weather gods, if you believe in the weather gods. And as I say, we are now pulling up at our final destination, Inverness. We're only here for one night. I'm quite determined to find the Loch Ness Monster. Not sure how I go about doing that, but challenge accepted! And that brings an end to the third day of Tartan Flow, which I have to say I think was probably the best driving day, despite the cosmetic changes that were forced upon my car because of the roads. Anyway, we have arrived at our hotel. I'm going to check in and lie down for a bit.